Hello and welcome back to Project Ascension. I'm your host Andrew Mallet, and we have breaking news about CERN. And I have with me today former Sergeant Patty Albassard. And go ahead and unmute yourself, Patty.
Hello. Okay, now let me do the get the screen share going here. They from all appearances, by looking at all the gauges when we were on there last night, we took a peek in there. We just pop in every now and again to check on the status. We're running it. The curious thing was that they had already done the fix on Alex and Alice, or Atlas and Alice. We call him Al. It's a inside joke. We use Karen's kid's two name. The thing of it was, there was no power to the magnetics on the cyclotron itself.
Really?
So all they were doing was cooking the thing, and then, once again, we had our pixie fairy dust of melted metals coming shooting at the cameras. I call it the fairy dust effect of fried metals, precious metals. They each one, as you can see, it fluoresces a different color when it burns.
Explain how you have these photos.
This is a camera down inside the collision chamber. Normally, when collisions occur, they come a beam comes down either one of these, and they collide in the middle of the what they call the tower.
Right.
I checked the side view of the tower, nothing there. So it's without turning on the magnetics to keep the beam down the center, it's just chewing the crap out of the tube.
Wow.
All that work they just did to repair, and they just tossed it away last night. Looking around, we found out this was the first one I captured. And I was wondering, is that right?
Yeah. That's not supposed to be there.
So I kept monitoring it, and then boom, portal opened. And that didn't originate here because I've got multiple pictures of this. It kind of wandered around the sky a bit.
Yeah, explain what that is exactly.
It's an incoming portal. Didn't originate here. In other words, that's why there's no beams or anything going up. This is somebody opening a portal from elsewhere here. And it wandered around the sky a bit. I was taking a look around the town as well as brought up the satellite to look. Here's the first batch. Beam come out in one of the underground tunnels. I caught it in a traffic camera.
Wow.
But look at this. No, I was way in on this. What have we got here?
Holy cow. That's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean?
Wow. Explain where that is.
This is the north end of the lake.
Where?
In the north end of the lake that's, basically right at the top of Geneva, the river comes out of that. They do the harbor that's on the bottom of the lake, and top of the river is where they have the yacht club and all that, where the big cooling fountain is for CERN. So this is north of the lake, looking south.
But for the people that don't know, what country?
Oh, Geneva, Switzerland.
Okay.
And I, did captures of stuff from all around there, trying to get a look at it. And that thing wandered all over the place.
That's a big opening.
That's a big opening.
And this was last night?
Last night, around 2 in the morning. Wait a minute, it's right here. Well, Switzerland time, it's right there at 9:29, their time. traffic cameras.
Yeah.
All the cars are parked. Nothing's moving there. The only place that had any moving vehicles at all was the construction sites.
Hmm.
Even the All Sky caught something. I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, right in the center.
No, that's the cross, the aim for the All Sky. The ground is curved around.
Right.
We had something here. I don't like Geneva Skycam because most Skycams have it flayed out and plus a all through the day picture, and this only has this one camera looking at the sky because it's a personally owned one. It's not part of the network.
Right.
Yeah, we got a.
That's a big hole.
Up in the sky there. That's from the east of it. That's, I mean, they were toasting this thing.
Explain what we're looking at for.
That's the power graph. I mean, it peaked out at 15, which I've never seen that kind of energy being thrown down there ever before.
Yeah.
The most they've ever gone there was 10. There's this is looking out the back door of the CERN control room. Side view, that hole.
No. What
Smoke coming out of the ground.
where at?
This is again out the back door of the CERN control room. We got smoke coming out of the ground.
Wow.
That's what it looked like then. You know, the two cameras, the two beam cameras, they look at it down the tube from the opposite side across the collision chamber, so you can look at what's coming down the tube. Normally, they can see the collisions going on, but yeah, that's frying metal bits come pouring out of the tube.
No. What caused this?
Huh?
What caused this?
When you have a beam going down the cyclotron with the magnetics and the collimators off or damaged, it starts eating because it's a circle. You have to have magnetic containment and collimators to keep it going around the circle as it goes around that 27-mile loop.
Right.
With no collimators or containment, it just starts eating through the sidewall of the tube, which is all the copper and forming the electromagnets. So, that and a lot of other metals from like the control cables and insulation, bits of magnet that were slagged. You get that. I call it the pixie dust effect because it's pretty.
But is this because of their incompetence, or is somebody?
There wasn't anybody there. There was nobody in the control room.
So what said it?
It was on remote. Somebody was tagged into this thing remote. I mean, we had smoke coming out of the ground over here. This is the cranes and this is those things they put on top of the parking garage that's over by the their arena. I mean, deserted.
Yeah.
And we watched this all the way up until midday. As you see here, these people knew each other, and they stopped and talked to each other here. The construction crew that are doing the rebuilding, and the FEMA folks seem to, the FEMA, CDC folks dealing with the corpses and everything, seem to be the only vehicles moving. See, now that car, the car that stopped here, pulled there, was figuring out what's going on with that car, because that car is just stopped there. There's nobody in it, and it wasn't moving.
Wow.
There's no people. Nobody. Grand total of watching this for 4 hours, we counted maybe a grand total of 20 vehicles moving in the middle of the afternoon. And there's supposed to be a couple 100,000 people living here.
Over a 4-hour period?
Yeah. No moving cars.
And you said something came in through the portal?
Apparently, because that portal did not originate from here. We had bright spot coming out of the ground here again. Well, stuff like happened before when it burned out of the ground.
Yeah.
But and this one was down in the tunnel. They got a bunch of roadways that go under the river to go between the French and Swiss side of the system, because the cyclotron actually is on both properties. It spans the border. And then there's that wide view up in the north. That camera spins, but as it does, it makes a recording of the entire
area
rotation of the camera.
Yeah.
So you got the little one here and a big one here. And this one, because of where it is, wouldn't be visible from Geneva, which is right down here. This is where Geneva is.
And for the people to say, "Oh, that's just camera glare."
Oh, I did it several copies of this, and it stays there. It doesn't go anywhere. It's in every run of it.
Right.
And because this camera is live feed and moving, if that was an artifact on the lens or something, then it would travel this way.
Right.
With the camera as it turned. There was like a column of smoke coming out there. It's from the ground. This is looking at it from another direction, but it's hard to make out unless you get really way back. Yeah, that's not like anything I've ever seen before. That's not a sundog because it's not color.
Mm-hmm.
It's a black hole. Where's the other one there? And this was, like I said, out the back door of the control room, which like sits in the middle of the circle.
This CERN was not.
This is that plume you see in the other camera coming up here. Smoke coming out of the ground here.
So in actuality, this CERN was not built for positive purposes.
No, but they were originally just, wanted to use it for they had two purposes. Well, three purposes. Create antimatter, because if you take a bit of antimatter, contain it magnetically, bring it around humans like in college campuses and stuff, you can get them to do really weird stuff. Like go on shooting sprees. It's a booster effect for using scalar technology on them. The second purpose was all the other gods, so-called gods of ancient Rome days and all that, Mercury, Venus, Ares, which is Mars, all those folks who were wreaking havoc down here once the Martian and Lemurians dropped in on us and fractured our containment. They were playing gods and manipulating humans like crazy. So when the seed races came back, saw what was going on, got the level 14 folks who run the Milky Way galaxy involved in it, and cleaned them off of Earth, basically. They made a prison out of the top of Saturn, that's that hexagon, threw them all in there and imprisoned them. They want to use CERN to open a portal to Saturn and let them all back out.
Saturn, our planet in our solar system, Saturn.
Yeah, Saturn used to be the original sun of this system. Back when only Eden was here, before the Gaia found and convinced her mother to talk to the folks who run the Milky Way to give her another planet, which is Earth. Saturn was our original sun, but it's a low frequency sun.
Right.
But the Dracos loved that. It was, that's perfect for them. Feed them energy. Um, but the Pleiadians came and they gave Eve starseed for the male side of the equation to create her kids, which is the Elven race. That's why the Elven looked like the Pleiadians. Meanwhile, while the Pleiadians were here, the Martians, still on Mars at the time, got in a fight with them. The Pleiadians did a throwdown and trashed Mars, which is why the Martians used their Merkaba jump gate system, and a bunch of them escaped from Mars and landed on Lemuria. It took them a while to totally corrupt that civilization. And when they ran the Lemurian Merkaba system, they fractured the space-time continuum and landed on Atlantis and set up camp here. So, like I said in one of the other videos I've already done, the Muslims are the Martians, basically. And we got 40 plus giant cities on Mars with manufacturing and showroom floors for high-end sales of human top-end DNA to other races. This, I don't know who this is. Whoever it is, they're working on our side, so I can't complain. I got to figure they're the ones that took over remote control of CERN and just, again, I mean, have you ever seen anything like that before?
No. That's major. Too bad we didn't have a high definition so you can look right into it and see.
This is an HD camera. Yeah, but I mean, it's black like that you can't. There's no light or anything coming out of it.
Right.
Now, normally, you have the whole spiral bit and everything when it's an outgoing wormhole, like all the other ones we've seen, or like the Arden Gate. Even when it's an incoming one, you have a spiral that's just up in the sky. That's what I mean. I've never seen a portal like this.
Yeah.
This is a new one, even on me, and I thought I'd seen everything. But yeah, smoke coming off the ground over there. This camera's positioned down at the harbor, looking south. Smoke coming there. There was one vehicle moving here. It was a FEMA CDC looking big van thing here. But here, like I said, there was more damage even down by the bay from the last time that they still got the crane there trying to fix. I mean, this crane's all over Geneva. So much stuff got busted. And again, here, coming out of the ground.
Is that energy or what is that?
It's energy. It's coming up out of the ground.
And what does this mean? What does this mean for the people that are living there?
I don't think there's very many of them left alive there, honestly. When I look at this thing overhead via camera, I mean, there's almost no traffic going through here, and it's mostly, construction vehicles. So people using the cranes to do repairs. Even I did the whole neighborhood around it. There's almost no traffic. Let me close some of these up. Even now, I mean, I'll go live right now and show you. This is, and it's nighttime. So, I mean, if there was cars, there's the cars. You know what I mean? Where's the traffic?
Yeah.
Here's that tunnel, by the way. It's no longer got a beam coming out of it. Oh, wait a minute. We got something else interesting showing up here now. What do we got here? What is this up in the sky? And now it's gone. See, the lights are on, but it's like nobody's home.
Right, right.
What do we got up here?
Your camera share. Okay, okay.
And it's doing a replay right now. I lost the camera share?
No, it's going good.
Okay. Trying to get this up out of the way. See, we had that white thing show up, and then it just goes blank up in the sky in the middle of the night. So apparently they were starting to open another gate, and then the camera quits. Let's see if I can get a good look at a recording of how much traffic is going through there.
Yeah.
So do a recording of that, and you'll see what I mean. It's like rain on the lenses, but where's all the vehicles?
Right.
It's like a ghost town. One vehicle.
Major road like this.
There's just enough cars for the work crews who are running the cranes and doing the repairs to buildings, and that's it.
Yeah. Even though that's a major highway and that's a photograph, it still should be cool.
So, I mean, everybody says, oh, I got to be over-exaggerating or something. Everybody's fine, and it's like, okay, so where are they then?
Yeah.
If everybody's fine, where are all the people?
Right. Right.
I mean, it's supposed to be like, what, 240,000 people in Geneva alone?
Hmm.
And even some of the towns around it, which are, a long ways off, like Coppet and Burnix and College, even those, I mean, there's traffic, but there's not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Even the areas around Geneva are semi-deserted. But as you see in these cameras, it's just maybe one or two vehicles, that's it. No people walking. Even when it's nice out, there's no people walking.
That's not good.
Go over the villages and lights on, nobody home.
Yeah.
Let's go only with live streaming and let's go. Last 24 hours. And I looked at this one live too, and no cars moving at all.
This is 3 hours ago, or this is live?
This is a 25 recording live, and then I can go live on it as well. Live streaming. We'll see what's there currently. and you'll see as it'll slowly pan side to side. Full screen. And that's live right now. Now it'll slowly pan to the left. It only has maybe like a 40-degree bend.
Right.
It's 8:35 at night there, and no cars driving down streets. None. What is wrong with this picture?
Yeah, that's like you said. It looks like a ghost town.
There's lights on, but it's like there's certain places where they set up camp for the. Well, we had one car moving over here. We had a light just come on here. I mean, there's people there. That's the flag waving. See, emergency flashing light on top of a service vehicle, and where are all the people driving cars?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not my imagination, people. 43 minutes ago, that means around 7 o'clock p.m., no cars. There's one car. Oh, no, it's not there now. But yeah, one car. This is where the tunnel goes under the river. To the left in this view of this camera is where they set up the morgue on top of the parking structure.
Go into a little more detail about that.
The parking structure for their where they hold their games and all that, their football stadium, across the street from it. The street right here runs between the stadiums on this side. The parking structure is up there. They got transit tunnels that go underneath. That parking structure doesn't have a parking deck on the top. In other words, cars are completely out of the weather when they park to go to the games. There's no upper level parking. So they had a nice flat roof there, and they set up a whole series of Quonset huts.
A whole series of what?
Quonset huts, military-style Quonset huts on the roof.
What does that mean?
Basically, temporary structures to use for a morgue.
Okay.
I'll do a Zoom capture I did of the morgue. Come on, it's in here somewhere. Got a lot of pictures of stuff going on around there, including they have a CDC type chemical tunnel coming out of CERN, the back door, with a place to put your environmental suits on.
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
Right.
It's the thing I did in the morgue. Mr. Rectory or.
People have to realize this is not a joke. These are very evil people at work. Correct?
Yeah. That was another shot early in the day. There's a craft up there. This was before sunup.
Can you zoom in on that more? There you go. Hmm.
And you see that car is still there.
Right.
People see that. Oh, see, there's a car right there. Yeah, that car's been sitting there for more than 12 hours. Hasn't gone anywhere. There's nobody in it. Must be up. I must have put it up in the wrong folder. Must be up in this one. Oh, here's a ground level of that biohazard tube coming out of the CERN control room.
And that's taken with the security camera or something?
Yeah, with CERN's own security cameras.
Hmm.
I don't know what this is. Some kind of air filtration system pump they've got attached to the ground over here too, with
Right.
a big filter on it. You know, collapsed buildings, the damage to the hospital. Yeah, here's one of the ones that shows the all these Quonset huts weren't there. They set these up on the roof, temporary morgue. And look at all these big CDC vans that are parked around it. I was counting them because the amount of these things changes day by day. It's like they're using these to go around and collect dead bodies.
The white vans on the left there.
Yeah, these are the CDC type of ones with the air filtration and everything else. They got the airlock built into the back of them. Some shots of them from ground level too, but this isn't, you know, this is like, I'm not kidding you folks. This is the real deal. Here's another one. These are the most of the emergency vehicles you see driving around. You see, got this on the side of it.
What's it stand for?
It's the CERN crew that built it, the HTP. Sorry, see. And you see what I mean? This is, again, using the security cams from the control room. They're out here digging up the ground.
For
repairs.
Yeah.
They you know, fried stuff. This is in the middle of CERN. We've got a field camp set up here. We had energy come out of a hole in the ground over here. Because this is the CERN's 2 HARP arrays, which is, if you go to the exact middle of the circle, this is what's there. And they had a field camp set up here. If you go over here and look, because I had better with live, there's all kinds of debris and stuff that they're pulling out of the ground and stacking up over here.
Right.
Burnt copper parts from the cyclotron. And there's a good clear picture of those CDC vehicles with the tents off the sides. See what I'm saying?
What is that for people who don't know what that means?
These are emergency vehicles.
And that's not for...
And they have an airlock in them and everything like the CDC has here and FEMA has here. That's what these are. These vehicles. There's only 2 types of them.
And that's not for doing drills.
No, and those little, every one of them's got one of those vehicles parked in front of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's very few actual cars. Most of them are all those emergency vehicles. So that's like a field triage, hospital, and body recovery. I bet I want a side view of. Oh, this is the actual where the guys that came out of the ground the last time. This is what you see if you go on Google Earth. They put fake trees.
Yeah, you see that's fake.
Google Earth, yeah. Why does this not go in the order I was looking at them? Here's the actual. The guy that came out, it destroyed everything.
What was there previous?
There was a building there. It destroyed the building entirely. So I mean, they had to they had almost got it under control. This is like 2 weeks after the event. You can see there was a foundation here, foundation here. Yeah, there was buildings and some trees and stuff over here, and it just washed it all out.
Wow.
They put a fence up around it to try and hold the sand in. And hospital damages. Again, they got fake on Google Earth, but that's them doing the repairs. I mean, these cranes all over the place. We had Beam come out and totally trash this whole end of the hospital. Come
Yeah.
right out of the ground.
This is not.
This goes way underground here. That they're having. They had to wreck it way down in, start all the way, come back out again. So, I mean, when that happened, I don't know how many people you could fit in a hospital that size. How many people you figure died?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it did that to a hospital. This is the front that we saw from the live camera when I was, showing the geyser. They managed to fix this first. That's where the first little one came out, and then as it lost more collimators, it jumped over here and poof. That was the bus station. It had energy coming out of the bus station. Here's a good close-up of the main hospital blowout in the daytime. See, this is the fake buildings they put over to hide.
Yeah. The one on the left's not even.
That's a fake. I mean, I went on Google and did this to see what the regular people are seeing. These are faked up buildings, not the real.
Yeah, they don't even line up with the foundations though, so you see it's fake and.
But here's my best one of the NATO CDC tents. See, those are temporary, canvas covered Quonset huts. And they've added more over to the other side here since then. These are the original ones. And you notice all the vehicles were missing?
Yeah. That's terrible.
Now this is a live sat, just to get good resolution. And look at them all parked.
What is the yellow on the top there?
Where? I don't know. It looks like possibly partitions that go in the middle of them to break them up into rooms.
Something.
Because I mean, there's more of them over here, unless they're. See, they've set up more over here too. And there's a big crane parked over here where they were lifting them up, lifting up the parts and setting them on the roof using one of those big stand-up cranes. I mean, it's a major deal. The auditorium is over here, but even there, it's more of those vehicles.
Back it up.
Trailer ones. These are the ones that look like they're sort of like Winnebagos, and these are the smaller ones that are in the trailers.
Back the photo up. I can't reduce the photo. I can't see what you're. Can you stop screen share?
No, I didn't. Just crashed.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean by back the photo up? It's all the way zoomed
Yeah,
out.
there you go. There you go. Before it was zoomed in. Now, explain what you were saying.
These are the Winnebago style. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're all on piece engine and drive. These over here are the trailer straight jobs and the trailer ones.
Right.
They all have the same sort of thing on the roof.
Hmm.
And that's what we see over in that camp on the grass. And you see a couple of them, you know, that's the exact duplicate. Those ones that are over in that field camp. And that's what you see throughout a lot of the live cameras. When you full screen back, like that live scan, the scan to the when I went to the live one and it pans all the way to the right, they've got another encampment downtown, almost over where their central building is, where the flags are flying. There's another group of them there, parked doing, I don't know what. Where's the me all? Geneva. I can't see it now. It's getting too dark. Yes. But right downtown Geneva over here, where it's lit up, there's a encampment down there with more of those FEMA vehicles.
Wow.
I just call them FEMA vehicles, but lights on, nobody walking across. All the GENF, that's Geneva. But when I did that, looking around, when it pans all the way over to the right over here, there's a encampment there. I'll show you. We'll go to the 24-hour. Over here. See it right there? They got another camp set up down in downtown Geneva too, right over here.
Bottom right.
I'm gonna see if I can get it to pause when it's right there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's one of their I guess their Capitol building with the flags and everything out front is right over here. So I mean, they've set up right in front of it.
That's so messed up.
It's not going to let me wind it back, is it? Well, that's a good one. When they were first coming in, clearing it to get stuff set up. See, that's their administration building with the flags and everything on it. Yeah, they were setting up right here. Another field camp. As time goes by, you see more and more vehicles. Give a mid image. See if I can get one that's fixed so I can zoom in on. Yeah, there we go.
That's a pretty good shot there.
That is not my imagination. I think most of the original population is either dead or gotten out of town. When I went over looked at the airport, there are no moving planes. Most of them are all just parked. and left open. We have 4 that are actually parked at a terminal, but there's no crew working around, no loading or unloading the baggage, or nothing. You know what I mean? There is nothing going on. Matter of fact, when I went to the traffic, most every single one of the roads in their area is shut down or closed off. Until the 6th of May is what is listed on the on the traffic cam system. Where was that? See, I think I bookmarked the traffic one. Yeah. That's why you don't see many cars other than emergency vehicles on the major roads.
Right.
They're closed. All the major arteries in Geneva are all closed. No, that's not the one I wanted. Didn't I? I guess I didn't do the travel one. Or is it? Oh, that's live now. I could have sworn I had the. I'd have to go find it again. The actual traffic one, where it gives you an overlay of the city, and lets you put where they've got stuff closed up, and it puts the triangle up and shows you what's closed. It looks like a fire going on over there. And this camp's shut down for the night. Pretty much. Dark.
Yeah.
You see that? Looks like a.
Yeah.
And there's a vehicle parked there running its emergency lights in front of the Capitol building. Oh. It's just giving me another one. I don't want another one. Back up. I'll probably have to go to the scams and get the one for the traffic. Yeah. Where was it? What we got here? Those just sun dogs? Yeah, just sun dogs. Looks like a big disc up in the sky.
Yeah.
It turned out just to be sun dogs, so there was water on the lens. That's the one I want. By location. Why is that giving me the map? This, it's not, there we go. It's all the current Geneva traffic.
Practically nothing.
But there was one that let me have an overview map, and it's not giving me that one. Why not? It's not even, it's like they took away the button. They don't want me showing that, all the roads they've got closed. Because you really can't get anywhere around town with all the roads closed. One car there, one car there. But that one and that one are actually the same camera location. And none of these are Geneva. These are the Genevas.
And you can see right on it, it's 9 minutes, 3 minutes, 6 minutes ago.
Yeah, 3 minutes ago. This is the tunnel here up that had the beam coming out of it. That's, you know, black FEMA vehicle. Location. There we go. This is the one I want to. And then you can see where all the cameras are. But they had another menu over here too. I think, is that it? No, this whole menu's changed from the one I had before.
What did they take off?
The thing with the triangle where you could show where all the roads were closed to get, you know, traffic update. But here's where you have all the webcams to look anywhere. If you look, even the airport, okay, that's one car. The main intersection by it's Air France and Terminal. One goes in, one comes out. That's it. Get a midday image when, you know, at the airport, it should be mobbed.
Yeah, right. Any city.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. They were headed to the airport. This is midday. This is the latest. 2 cars. Yeah, work crew.
Did you want to go back to the beginning and?
It just seems that that's all there is. There's only enough people there to be doing repairs to buildings and things. It's like people who live there are missing. Here's the intersection where that is their theater, their amphitheater, and you can see, look at it, right there's the parking garage, and there's all the buildings. Even in this, it's like they're not even bothering to hide it anymore.
Yeah.
And they've got more of them that have been added to this building, right here. They're not even hiding it. I guess they're done because they had a big crane parked right here that they've apparently moved. Not there anymore. But coincidentally, none of those FEMA vehicles are parked there anymore. They're all off somewhere else.
Yeah.
There's one right there, and you can see that's actually that's a real good one of it. So as far as I know, let me zoom right. I can go. Boop. So that's an obvious lie.
The what?
That's an obvious lie. They fuzz out what I want to look at, and they put a bunch of cars down there that don't exist. That's what a normal day would look like, only that isn't what's there.
Yeah.
That's the parking structure. And it didn't put me down where I asked it to put me either, but that's what should be there.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you want to go back to the black hole thing, and we can close this out and I can get this posted?
Yeah. Oh, I'll do one more. This is camera from the road. That's what those Quonset huts look like. That's what I mean. I got a pretty good look at those are rust-proofed aluminum curved top Quonset huts with flexible joints in between them where they added them together.
Yeah.
That's a ground look at them. I gotta go to the. So, I mean, yeah, it's a major black hole up there. Unlike anything I've ever seen before. Black hole portal.
Yeah.
That's, like I said, because it doesn't stay in one place. When you start comparing series of them that I took, this kind of starts here and wanders that way. Whoever they are, they're helping us out.
Which we need.
Yeah, we need all the help we can get. Go, 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 go. Show some more of their stuff. Same. This is the same street that other one says shows all the traffic. That other camera we were looking at, and that other view was over here on the other side of the hospital, looking this way. This is the same one live. It's the same street that they show normally has all this traffic. It's none.
Yeah, nothing.
Except one of the FEMA vehicles.
And in midday.
Mm-hmm. All the day. And that was taking the turn off here to go up and go around, I guess, and park back at the thing. So that's what that is. It's one of those FEMA vehicles with the airlock and covering some more bodies, taking them over to the morgue.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I mean, that's really the only place they had other than cutting trees and stuff down or something, or putting them out in the middle of the football field
Yeah.
to set up as a morgue. If they put them in the morgue, I mean, in the football field, I would have caught on to that immediately.
Yeah.
I guess they figured putting them on top of it like that, we wouldn't know what they were. But you see all the cranes doing repair work from stuff that got damaged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cranes in view right there, without even panning. So that's my report.
Go ahead and make an ending statement. I can stop this and get it out.
So I'm hoping that they do this to every single one of them. I want them to hit Brookhaven next, because Brookhaven is the other major portion of this equation, and that's the one they use for time stepping. Let's hope they get that one next.
Yeah.
What? I'll be watching. Thank you for the time.
Yeah, do a closing statement of everything we covered.
More damage done to the repaired CERN, where they've toasted the throat out of it again. Apparently, getting more dead bodies because they added more to the roof. Portal opening up there right over it midday, and CERN was running with no power to the magnetics in the tube, but Atlas and Alice were pumping a beam down the tube, and it was under remote control. Nobody in the building. So, yay for our side.
Yeah, and we'll be bringing you more updates.
Yeah.
That's former Sergeant Patty Broussard, U.S. Army Freedom Team. Don't hang up. I'll talk to you. Hold on.